Salutations and greetings. My name is Margie. You can call me Marge. Hey, Uncle Wise Clown. Good morning. I'm doing this outside today. I needed to be in nature a little bit more. Every day I spend a substantial time outside. I have this little place that is beautiful. I hang out here, and yesterday I was out here for about an hour and there's just no birds. All I could hear was traffic. I hate that because I just think about the silence that I would be experiencing if that wasn't there. But if I try hard enough, it can turn into the ocean. Whatever. It's all how we perceive things. That bump in the night. Is it friend or foe? I woke up a lot of times last night. I did not sleep very well. It was very unrestful. Yet the dream states that I had, meditate state, night shift, whatever, it was productive. When people start to come into your dream state from your past, you're dropping back into an alignment, and that's good news when you are excited to see them. If you're weary, there's still things that you need to resolve. Everybody's using purge, but it makes me think of that movie, The Purge, and it's too close to the direction that I see that they're trying to get things to head. Anyway, what is that? When fiction... Kitty, kitty, kitty! Kitty, kitty! Snarly! I gotta look. Come on, cat. Not to worry. He's in his spot. So, I'll just proceed. The climate is interesting. My Luna girl, dog, she's been extra frisky in her bits. Like I was saying, I woke up many times last night, and I keep breaking things. I broke my necklace yesterday. It came off, and when I was laying on my sunning chair, it got stuck, and I even stopped and looked at it, and I was like, alright, it's still intact. Now I need to be mindful to not do that. That possibility exists, so next time I go do what I just did, to look for the cat where he sits, to not do that. And then later I looked down and the stone was gone, and this is I don't pronounce words correctly, trip. My protection stone that I got in Mexico at Tulum, the Mayan ruins. So it was important. And this already broke once because I didn't heed a warning. But I learned lessons. That's all that frickin' making big old huge stupid mistakes are. Learning lessons of, oh, don't touch that again, don't go that way again. Sometimes there are fools like me that don't have enough sense to not, and we just keep trying things over and over with slight variances. See, people think that I do the same thing over and over. No, I always switch it up. I was born a creator. I've always created. I live to serve and help and improve environments for those that are around me, mostly elders, animals, kids. They're my favorite demographic. So those are the ones that I concentrate on to help the most. I have all kinds of ideas. I know that I see all these ideas, it's just like a frequency, it's just like a bank. It just kind of hangs up up there in the ethers. We can all tap into it. Make deposits, make withdrawals energetically. We all can do it if we make the choice. And the door is right there all the time. All you have to do is settle down, close your eyes, breathe. And try real hard not to think about any place else in the world, except for a spot right there. It helps me when I do it in sunlight because the light helps me imagine more, and it cooperates more with my eyes through my closed lids. And it's like, do they still have those little round, put these little round story discs in, like microfilm? Kitty, kitty, kitty! No. Cat. And you stick them in the little viewfinder or the kaleidoscope. God, no wonder. You poor anyone born after in the 90s and above. There's so much stuff you guys missed out on. What do you have? Some stupid fucking game where you're looking for pretend cartoons in parks. But it got people out, started imagining and wondering. I was kind of hoping geocaching would pick up more. Who doesn't want to hunt for treasure? Anyway, we're all just spiritual beings living a human existence. People have put too much precedence on the human part, and it's now the spiritual part's coming out in them, and they're like, what? I tried to explain it to Loretta like this. Basically, we're in a new neighborhood. These little freaking spiders, they bitey. They're so bitey, and they're biting. So basically, it's like this. This is how I picture it in my mind. I'm going to try and articulate it the best I can. Like when you flush a toilet and the water goes down, that's basically the water flow. That's basically the shape of the universe. And then we're all locked into all these planets, and these planets are strings to our personality and influence our behaviors and drive us and motivate us and make us smaller over here and bigger over here and fear this and fear that and all this stuff, right? Look up your charts, pretty cool. So, but right now, our galaxy, because there's infinite numbers, this is how I look at the galaxy thing. For every incarnation, for every person that ever opened their eyes and took a breath on this planet, they had to experience, they have their own world. That is where I think, and for every perception that exists, individually and otherwise, there's a universe for every perception. So for every idea you get, there's a different. Anyway, I'm getting out of hand, off base. So, see, now I got off on that tangent, and I got to give myself a second. Try and focus what I was saying before that. Oh, the cosmos. So, our galaxy is moving towards around into a part of the universe that we've never been. We've kind of been in the same neighborhood, but now things are changing, because things always change. That's the only thing consistent. You can't even say that change in taxes are the same, because really rich people, they don't pay them. Not enough to hurt like us little people, but whatever. All that shit's changing. So we're moving, and then plus with the behavior of the sun and the patterns that have always been, because everything is a pattern. Everything that happens has happened before. Everything. Every idea that's happened. This planet's been around for tens and thousands of years. You think we're the only one that came up? Dude, actually, we're really behind the curve. Because if we would have listened to people, and they wouldn't have gotten greedy with their war and their swinging wieners and controlled and I'm better than you and all that shit, the world would be a much different place, because they would have used what they learned from the atomic energy to generate electricity for the whole planet without having to freaking pay for it. But, you know. And I also think it's really interesting that all of these ideas from these brilliant minds, because most of my ideas are manifested in meditate state, and evidently that's the same case for Einstein, who came up with this theory of relativity. The missing piece was when he was sleeping. Tesla dreams. Evidently, what's Bill W? I know him. He came up with 24 things from a Ouija board. How come I didn't hear that in 12 years? That's interesting. That's kind of historical, even if it's not true. As long as we have every piece of data, because there's no way to verify if anything is completely true or not, ever. Especially the more people and opinions and points of view you put in there with people with agendas, whether they're good or bad, they'll influence your point of view anyway. So we're moving into a place that we've never been to before. The sun is the weather of the sun. The solar activity is also influencing that. So people are feeling pretty, I don't know, I think it's like electricity. Literally, that's what it feels like to me, and I've been electrocuted so many times on accident, and, well, not on accident, but just being careless. And I do behoove people right now to abstain from alcohol. It is critical right now that you keep your energetic field clear. So yesterday was a good day, and the 2 days before were rough. So there is definitely a shift in all the other accounts that I see. I can tell that my other energetic readers, tarots and whatnots are I can tell which ones are where I am, and I'm going to finish up on that alignment. When they talk about how you align with something, it's basically if you agree with it or not. Don't hang and chill with anything you don't agree with right now. Just abstain. And if you don't feel right about somebody, just get away from them. Confrontation is not, let people make an ass out of themselves, because if you do not engage, they will frickin' perpetuate themselves into a state of assdom, and you can just sit back and watch, because they'll instantly get their karma. So I think that's all I got for now. I'm going to start uploading this. Get on with my day. Hope you all have a rad day. Peace.